The crank at the base of the compost destroyer powers the blade in the storage compartment. Compost enters through the top of the mechanism and is chopped up by the blades inside it to make it easier for the compost to be converted. But don't worry about hurting yourself in this process, as the blades are covered by the top of the machine and are out of harm's way. The top of the compost destroyer is also covered to keep the excess compost from flying out.
The compost spinning at the bottom of the mechanism generates heat through kinetic friction of the compost going against the base of the compost holder. The heat generated combined with the cold air creates an electrical current. The faster the compost holder spins, the more heat generated.
The electricity generated from the compost destroyer is then transferred from the compost to a cord connecting the mechanism and the phone charger. The energy travels through the cord and charges the phone.
The charging of your phone is fully dependent on the type and amount of compost put into the compost destroyer. Once the compost holder is full, the compost stored in it can be used for a while. After it has run out of energy, the compost needs to be carefully removed by making sure the mechanism isn't running and the blades aren't moving. Then, the top can be lifted and the blades carefully removed.
Compost bins are where you put organic waste to turn it into compost over time. We are taking this idea and turning it into a more sustainable and efficient way of charging your phone. There are two sustainable compost systems, anaerobic composting and aerobic composting systems. In an anaerobic system, it does not need any oxygen in order to influence decomposition. The goal is to be able to break down the bacteria in the compost, which causes organic compounds to produce more usable compost and liquid fertilizer. In an aerobic composting system, it needs oxygen in order for the microorganisms to thrive in this specific environment. These microorganisms break down the organic materials in the compost to produce the energy needed.
Responsible for any of the liabilities listed below, such as cutting or chopping your fingers off the blades, compost kitchen on fire, the bad smell of your house, or the attraction of rats and other small animals.